JJK is one of the most popular, one of the most known, and one of the most hyped up animes of all time. I was gonna say new gen, but nah, JJK transcends that. It really is one of the most hyped up animes of all time. And that means something coming from somebody who hasn't watched JJK, but trust me, the hype has reached me. The spoilers are damn near impossible to avoid, and that's something that I'll get into. But let me tell y'all, the year is 2025, and I've yet to watch JJK. I'm lacking, alright? I'm lacking, and y'all have told me you gotta watch JJK, and trust me, I hear y'all. I see y'all in the comment section telling me to watch JJK, and y'all telling me, look, there's a lot of resemblances to Bleach. JJK is inspired by Bleach, and if there's one thing about me, man, it's I love Bleach. So if an anime is inspired by Bleach, brother, sign me up. I'll be there right now. So I finally decided February 14th 2020. Damn, it's Valentine's Day. I have nothing going on. Let me know if you're in the same boat as me. I decided I'm gonna start watching JJK, but it wouldn't be right of me to start watching JJK without laying down what I know first, because again, JJK is one of the most known animes of all time. I've been spoiled on some stuff, so I want to be transparent with y'all, especially the JJK fans. I don't want y'all to think that I'm pretending to go into this blind. If I know something, I'll let y'all know right now. Of course, it goes without saying, there's gonna be spoilers in this video. I'm literally gonna talk about spoilers. Gojo dies, all right? Flat out, I know that. Gojo dies. I'm sure 0% of y'all are surprised. That was like the biggest thing in anime when it happened. It didn't matter what fan base you were a part of, and this is how you know that JJK really is worldwide. Didn't matter what fan base you were a part of, as long as you watched anime. Even some people that have no idea what anime is, I'm sure they know, damn, well, Gojo's dead. It was that big. It was impossible to avoid. And matter of fact, I remember where I was scrolling through TikTok on the day of reckoning. I swear, and TikTok is the worst. If you don't want to get spoiled, don't go on TikTok, right? I remember scrolling, anime edit, LeBron highlight, panel of Gojo dying. Why would y'all do that? Y'all can't even blame me. If y'all are JJK fans, I'm sure y'all remember that. Dude, the only way you could have avoided it is if you're from North Korea with your internet access restricted, brother. I swear that's the only way you could have avoided that spoiler. I wasn't even a fan of JJK, and I know that. And while we're on the spoilers about Gojo, I'll tell y'all what else I know about that Gojo guy. I know that Gojo's a racist, alright? I remember seeing that on Twitter. I remember hopping on Twitter one day. Gojo is a super mega racist. I don't know what he said. I remember avoiding the panels, but he's a racist apparently, according to Twitter. And I believe that this was after he died, so I think he got resurrected to become a racist, something like that. Or maybe he was racist first and then he died. Maybe he died because he was racist. I don't know the timeline, but that's what I know. That's about everything I know about Gojo. Actually, no. I know that Gojo has blue eyes. I know about hollow purple, and I know that Gojo has that one panel where he says he's the god of heaven. He's heaven, something like that. Something about heaven and being swag. I'm telling y'all, when it comes to Gojo specifically, since he has such a cult fan base, even if you're not a fan of JJK, if you're a fan of anime in general, you're getting hit by spoilers regarding Gojo. I think those are the biggest spoilers that I'm aware of. What else I know about the anime, I'll get into that in a second. I don't know where the anime is in comparison to the manga. I think the manga is done, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all hated the manga ending. A lot of JJK fans did not like the ending from what I know. I don't know why. I don't know why y'all disliked it. I don't know what the ending is, but I'm pretty sure, like 99.9% sure, that a lot of JJK fans were dunking on the author, and they were turning their back on the author because the ending was whack. So I've ran through the spoilers I know about Gojo. I've ran through the spoilers that I know about the series itself. I think the last major spoiler that I have is Nobara getting her brain. Wow, I've seen that on TikTok as well. So I think with all that being said, I've finally talked about most of the spoilers, unless I'm forgetting something. I've talked about most of the spoilers that I know, and trust me, it might seem like a lot, but JJK is on that level where dodging spoilers is hard. It's difficult. It's not easy. So now that I've laid out everything that I've been spoiled on, let me lay out everything that I've seen, because I would be lying if I sat here and said that I've never watched a JJK episode. I think it was 2020 or 2021. It was about 4 years ago. I watched maybe 5 episodes of JJK season 1. I remember I tried getting into JJK, but I had to drop it because of school. Whatever. I tried to watch JJK back then, but it just didn't align with my real life stuff going on. So I had to drop it. And about 4 or 5 years later, I'm finally finally saying, look, I dropped this series, I gotta pick it up again. It's time. I don't think 5 episodes is enough to say that I've seen JJK. I definitely haven't. I didn't even finish season 1. Season 2 wasn't out when I was watching JJK for those 5 episodes. So with that being said, I can say that I've seen what happens with the first special grade. I know what happens there. I've seen him eating the finger. I know how he got his power. I know about Sukuna, and I will say this, I've heard everybody, literally everybody, all the way to like RDC World talking about Sukuna has aura. All right, that might be a spoiler. Apparently he has aura. But yes, I have watched the first 5 episodes of JJK. I would be lying if I said I didn't. All right, sue me. I guess I also want to talk about domain expansion because it's one of the biggest things within JJK. I see so many memes, people talking about domain expansions, joking about it, etc. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm pretty sure I've seen Gojo's domain expansion, and I think that this is like JJK's version of a Bankai. Since there's always that comparison being brought up between Bleach and JJK, I can only assume that a domain expansion is pretty much the same thing as a Bankai, within the same realm. But out of every character in JJK, the only domain expansion that I know of is Gojo. This entire video is me saying I know that about Gojo. I guess it's only Gojo that gets spoiled, but I don't know any other characters' domain expansions, and I would assume that other characters do get domain expansions because just like in Bleach, other characters have Bankai and they show off their Bankai and they learn Bankai. So once again, I could be wrong, but this is the experience of somebody who hasn't watched JJK in big 2025, right? I might sound silly, but I haven't watched it, so give me a break. I'm pretty sure every sorcerer can learn domain expansion or can use domain expansion. Maybe it's not even something you can learn. Maybe it's just something that's inherent. It's innate. You just have domain expansion. Since episode 1, everybody has domain expansion. I don't know. Truth be told, maybe all of this has been explained already in episode 1 through 5 and I just forgot it. Remember, it's been like 4 or 5 years since I watched those 5 episodes of JJK. Not everything stuck with me. Only the first fight with a special grade because I'm like, hold on, this show is turning up. And then I dropped it. But I also want to talk about the animation. Mespy, how could you be spoiled on the animation? I'll get to it. So I've seen One Piece. I'm caught up to the One Piece anime, and One Piece animation, specifically during Wano and Egghead Island, is top tier. Some of the best animation in all of anime, and I'm pretty sure that there is an animator that is working in One Piece that also worked on JJK. So if that's true, then I'm expecting some top-notch, top-tier animation from JJK. And I'm not even one that cares that much about animation. It's always cool. It's always like a plus, a bonus when the animation is just top tier, but I care about a story. That's my personal preference. I care about a story more than anything, and I can say that JJK story wise, the only thing I know is the fact that people dislike the ending. Why? I don't know. What happened? I don't know. Who dies? I don't, well, Gojo. But besides him, I don't know. So for the plot, for the story, the main aspect of the anime that I care about, I am pretty much unspoiled. And that's why I'm hyped. I don't know how good the JJK story is. I don't hear a lot of people talking about JJK story, to be honest. Likely because I don't engage in JJK content because I haven't seen the anime. So I don't know how good the story is. I'm hoping it's good. I've seen people talk about the action. I've seen people talk about fight scenes. I hear people say, oh, if you want shonen, JJK is it. And while I do want shonen, I want likable characters that I can get behind, and I want a good plot that engages me. And will JJK have that? I don't know, but I can say the fact that I don't know is the best part because I'm unspoiled. So now that I've laid out everything that I know about JJK beforehand, everything else is 100% blind. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. And while, you know, some of the spoilers are big, like Gojo's death, I was able to get into One Piece knowing about, you know, Ace's death and still appreciate the anime and have it as one of my favorites of all time. I don't even need to question it because the way that people talk about JJK, I know that there's more to it than Gojo's death. Surely there's a lot more to the anime than just that one moment. Surely there's a lot more moments that I haven't seen, that I don't know of, that would get me out of that chair and hype. So I'm hyped to talk about JJK. If I got something in this video wrong, let me know. I try to read all my comments, like, subscribe, all that, you know, YouTube buzzword stuff. I hope y'all have a great day. Take care, y'all.